Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Cruising Through on 2. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to reassemble the top half of a twin cam engine. By the end of the episode, we're going to make it look like this. And I'm going to show you how we get there. But first, coffee. I went ahead and wiped this off pretty much the other day. Finished getting the gunk off the bottom. Okay, so now we're just going to install these into the frame. And then what we're going to do is get our engine and transmission set into the frame. These just need to be snug. They don't have to be tight yet. Just snug. Snug is a good way to do it. Come around from over here. So we're going to install the transmission and the engine. Put our new interconnect gasket into place. Always make sure that's in there. Get your little Christmas tree clips snapped into place so the gasket stays there and doesn't fall. I'm going to show you a tip here to help your transmission. Hopefully I don't knock the tripod around. It's kind of somewhat tight quarters here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the transmission like this, obviously, because that's what I just did. I'm going to get the rear bolt in. Then at least something's in there. And now I have a pivot point. Okay, gasket's in. Whoops. As soon as I say that, it falls out. So this, guys, I don't know if you notice, this is where that piece of wood comes in handy. We've got the drive line in, it's in the frame, it's loose, it's snug, but it's in the frame. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the swing arm. We're going to put the swing arm on. Here's our shaft, our spacer, our cup washer, and our nut. And we're going to get this installed, tightened up, and then we're going to hang our shocks. Then we're going to come back to the engine. So, enjoy. Got our rear rear cylinder piston and our front cylinder piston. Okay. Those are going to go there. Okay. Fuel Moto supplied us with some new O-ringages. So we're going to go ahead and put these down here and here. Alright, let's go ahead and put our O-rings on the bottom of here so we don't forget. Nice and clean. What you want to do is take a clean paper towel. After you've cleaned your cylinders, now these got washed with soap and water first, they air dried, and then I oiled them. But unfortunately, that happened a few weeks ago. I just wanted to clean them again. So I hit them with some brake clean. I'm going to wipe them out one more time, get all that oil off that may or may not have any kind of dust or dirt or contaminant. It really shouldn't. Since it's probably been a couple more than a few weeks, to be honest with you. It's probably been more like a month. Now you're going to just double check your other cylinder, and we're going to do the exact same. We're going to double check that. We're going to look that everything is clean. You always want your cylinder to be 100% clean and dry. Now that it's clean and dry, to be honest with you, my hands are dirtier than I want. So what I'm going to do is take a paper towel and I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it, and then I'm going to smear that around on the inside. I just want a very light film of oil. Nothing heavy. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. Right now we're nice and dry. This is inox. Nothing super special. Just some inox. I'm just going to squirt some of that in there. Make sure it gets around in there. Then we're just going to take our paper towel, fold it over, and we just want to end up with a very light film. Kind of like we did when we did the cases and we wanted a skin layer. So if you remember when we sealed the cases, a skin layer. I don't know if you guys can see in here and tell. You probably can't from over there, I realize that. But you can. It's nice and clean, nice and shiny. Not too heavy with oil, just enough. And now since this rag is already coated, I'm going to use this to coat the front cylinder. Didn't feel like we had quite enough in here, so I add a little more. Okay. Dirt and debris free. Now we're going to install our cylinders and pistons. I heard you. I heard you. So you're right. There's no way to hold this crank still. It's just going to want to go up and down. How are we going to do that? Good question. Have any of you ever installed snap rings into a piston? So determine which way goes where. This is my large valve. That's my intake valve. This is my small valve, which is the exhaust valve. Just so that I don't screw these up, I'm going to call this one my front. I'm just going to say it is, and I'm going to put my forward arrow. Y'all see what I did? So now when I look down, I know exactly which one that is and where that goes. Makes life easy that way. And then same thing, we got intake. See, this notch is bigger. Trying not to shine the light at you guys. See, this notch is a little bit bigger than that one. So intake, exhaust, intake to the center on both. So this, if this was front, it'd go that way. But since we're using it in the rear, it's going this way. So I'm going to write rear and then front of motorcycle. In case you're wondering why the arrow points to the front, it should always go to the front of the motorcycle. Now, to install a snap ring, let's do the front cylinder first. Since I want to push my wrist pin in from this side, I want my snap ring on this side over here so that I can just push it in until it's there. I don't know how well this will come across on camera, guys, but if you start at an angle. Okay, So, can you guys tell that that's just kind of chilling here? I'm going to try to make it look easy. Here we go. So if you notice, this kind of went in. I pushed it in 180 like that, and then I rotate it. You're going to want to push it in until the point it doesn't want to spring back at you. So then you're going to grab your flat blade screwdriver, and you're just going to push that in until you hit your groove. Like Stella got a groove back, guys. See how that snap ring's lodged in there? It's not quite straight. We're not quite to that groove, but let's see what happens. So now, as I slide this in, hopefully, there. Did you hear that snap? Now it's in its groove. So one side is done. This is how I would recommend loading them. That way this side is done. When you put it on, you slide that through. All you've got to do is lock this side with the tool. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. So now that you've loaded your piston, as far as the snap ring goes, you can ring them now if you want, or you can install them and ring them after the fact. Whatever works best for you. We want more oil. In places like this, guys, you can never have too much oil, because it's just going to drip down into the bottom end. Like, how is that too much oil? And for those of you wondering, this isn't just straight inox. It's its own concoction. Take our assembly lube. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. It's a piston pin clip installer. Kentmore, it's a Kentmore tool. It's a Harley Davidson tool. Part number 51069. It is the piston pin clip remover and installer. And it comes with all these different size heads. There's many years they cover pretty much every size that Harley has ever made. If you need to change it for a different model, you unscrew this screw here in the end of the tool, and you take the head off like that. So two things have to happen here, guys. I don't know if anybody's covered this with you guys before. This looks really bad because it's just kind of flopping around, but I assure you there's no damage happening here. So let me show you this ring. You guys see that? It's a waffle ring, wave ring. See here, this right here, that's an M. We flip it over, see how the things make a W. Winning. Which way does it go? Do we want to win, or do we go with the M? Without knowing, you can get it wrong. You really need to know which way that's supposed to go. Harley Davidson typically is W. You want to win. It's not always, though. Different piston manufacturers make different rings, and they do different things for who knows what reason. Sometimes I think they just do different things just to be like, well, I'm different. And then, you know what? More power to you. But if you don't know, don't just throw it in there without knowing. Always look it up. Since these are S&S rings, it's going to be a W. I want the W going up for winning. Always refer to your ice sheet or your manual for the proper orientation of your rings. Not only the orientation, but where they want the end gap orientation as well. Some manufacturers have specifications for particular locations of these end gaps. Others just want you to stagger them. Some want them clocked at a certain position or time, which I'll be the first one to tell you guys, It doesn't matter where you clock them or where you position them. Within 30 seconds of runtime, it's moved. They'll move. That's what they do. They move around, they dance around. They're supposed to, in a way. They're able to, let's put it that way. So now this one. So if you guys are wondering what I do with my end gaps, I will show and explain to you. So currently, I put this one to the back corner. So if you drew these like a square, this is a corner. So I put this to here, and I'm gonna put this one right there. Why, might you ask? I want it to be 180 from the exhaust. I don't want the exhaust by any chance blowing through that gap. I don't really want it on the intake. I definitely don't want it on a leading edge, and I don't really care to have it on a trailing edge either. So the corners is what I pick. I said this earlier, depending on what you read and what you're looking at, they're gonna tell you something different probably. And at the end of the day, it's not really gonna matter that much. Waffle House. Who wants to go to Waffle House? Somebody give me a shout out for Waffle House, please. Hey guys, you know what? Let me take this moment because I just don't do this very well. I'm not a great YouTuber in these regards. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate that you guys are watching. I really am. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our channel sponsors. Thank you to all of you subscribers and all of you viewers. Each and every one of you that's watching this right now, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Thank you for taking the time to be with me to watch this. Stuff. Always put a little oil on your threads before install. Also put a little oil on the head here. Just put a little bit, wipe it around with your finger, just enough to, like, you know, lubricate. And if need be, if this surface is dry, put a little there too. You don't want two dry surfaces that you're trying to torque together. That's never a good thing. You want them to be a little slippery, especially to get good full torque. Same thing on this side. Oil your threads. Oil the back side of the head. Like I said, if need be, just put a drop here. Nothing major, because you'll actually create what you might think is a leak later. It'll just make a mess. Don't do that. But you do want enough to help these two surfaces slide against each other. These are those little things that I guess we don't always talk about. So 12-18 quarter turn, y'all. How many people are like, what? I know even I am like, what? Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop it here for the day. It's absolutely pouring outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. This is where we're at. I realized this started in the beginning of this video. I probably said, we're going to build the engine today. And we did. There's the long block, which I think is what I said I was going to do. But now we have a frame around it. We have the transmission mounted to it. Really, we made some good headway today. We really did. So I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for sticking in there with me. Here we are. We got to get the wheel on. We still got to get the front end on this thing. We got stuff. We got a whole lot of stuff to do. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. I think this is going to be a little bit long-winded for what we're doing. Stay tuned because this is going to become amazing. Since it's raining, I'm definitely not taking off for a ride. I do want to say that my Grom here, it's, you know, we did that video and it died on me. It left me stranded, and I did find out what it was. Spoiler alert, guys, I'll just tell you. It was my fuel pump. But, yeah, I'll have to give you the rundown on what, why, where, and how, and why it looks the way it looks, and it's about to change. I realized there wasn't a lot of you that were into the Grom stuff, so I guess that won't be common content, but this truck right here is coming. As a matter of fact, since it's raining, I think I'm gonna go inside and talk to Melissa. I gotta get changed, get a shower. I don't know what she's up to, but I'm curious to see if we can get old Bev out. And I realize we're not gonna do it while it's raining, but maybe we can get it out this evening if this storm clears, or maybe we'll just wait till tomorrow and take it out for lunch. But yeah, I know you guys have been requesting old Bev here, so she is up on the chopping block.
We're back in Clermont today for our meal.
What's up, guys? Clermont it is today.
Yep. It's pretty rainy outside, so we've been playing the game Dodge the Rain. It's a very popular game here in Florida this time of year.
It is a fun game, let me say. Because you can end up with a wet crack. You can end up with... Yeah, never mind. We'll just leave that.
There.
We'll stop there.
We're at the Crooked Spoon. This is a great little local place. It actually started as a food truck, and it did so well that they made it into a whole restaurant. It's really delicious food. Hope you guys like it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
What did you get?
I got a burger.
Which one?
I was feeling a burger. Just a regular old burger.
She got a regular old burger.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what I got?
What'd you get?
I got a 420 burger.
What does that include?
All kinds of stuff. It's got a lot of green on it, too.
Does it?
Anyways, so what did we do today's episode? I was putting together the top end of the Dyna, and we kind of put it in the frame, and we're starting to make it look like a motorcycle. How are you feeling about it?
It's a really interesting process to see everything start from nothing, a frame and pieces.
From pieces, right.
Yeah.
What do you think of that paint job? Because we're not supposed to I'm not giving it away, but what do you think? Because you've seen it.
Wait till you guys see it. You're going to love the paint job. I'm digging the painter, and I think that we are discussing maybe working with this painter.
Absolutely we are.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess as a teaser, your tank is currently, I think we talked about it already, but your tank is currently at said painter.
Right.
For a basic paint job at the moment.
But it'll turn into more.
But we have, there's a lot more coming on that one.
So Clermont was founded in 1884. Did you know that?
No.
But it was established in 1916. It was founded in 1884.
Founded. Yeah. Someone found it?
Someone found it. Someone said, oh, hey.
In 1864?
And said, this looks like Clermont. It's actually a very rapidly growing city. It's really developing, and it's the hilly part of Central Florida. So there's actually a few little fun hills and lakes. Lake Mineola is the center of it.
Yeah. There are some hills here for those of you that believe Florida is flat. It is predominantly flat, yes, but there are some hills right here.
There are some hills, yes.
As a matter of fact, right here behind you guys, you can't see it, but there's a citrus tower. This is the original citrus tower.
I believe that we can go up in that, and we should do that one of these days.
Maybe we'll save that for another episode. Yeah. I did notice there was a restaurant at the base of it.
Yes.
And it looked like some Puerto Rican food. We might need to go try some Puerto Rican food at the citrus tower.
That sounds good, yeah. There used to be a Uncle Kenny's barbecue over this way, but it closed. It's now a food truck.
Uncle Kenny's.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
All right, I think our burgers are coming. Time to chow down.
Burgers are here.
Of those. Because I have a different top tree and all that fun stuff, so.
good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Stay upside. I'll see you on the flip.
Okay, we need shock bolts. Shock bolties. The shiggity shock bolt. I need some shakalaka bolt.